Yeah, someone
On
start.
its own. So
Let's
or
start.
probably let's start from.
Who wants to start? Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Describe it.
For this record, we've been saying it's probably the most well-rounded one that we've ever done. A lot of our records are kind of not one-dimensional, but there's like they're all really fast, or this one has a little bit of everything. There's a lot of like your old school all-time low, a little bit of new ones, some ballads, some acoustic stuff. It's very
Earlier, Alex described "Don't Panic" as kind of like a reinvention of "Sorrow Meets Right," and I guess like we also described kind of "Future Hearts" as like a reinvention of "Nothing Personal."
Yeah.
Kind of like a hopefully an upgraded version of both those albums. Just obviously they're some of our favorite albums, but these, I think we're better songwriters now. We're just more mature as people, so I think that's kind of what we were going for. There was a little bit of writing, song on the album. I think that made the actual album. I know that "Bail Me Out" was written with the Madden brothers, and Joel ended up singing the song just because it sounded good to have him on there, and him and Alex have a good dynamic together. Hoppus sings on Tidal Waves, but it was not written with him. He just ended up singing.
Just by curiosity, which song is written by Brother?
"Bail Me Out" was written with Alex and Benji.
Because I'm a big fan.
And he sings on it too. Yeah, it's called "Bail Me Out."
Okay.
Yeah. We always kind of go back and think about what worked on our previous records and maybe what didn't work as well. We also have the benefit now of seeing what reacts live versus what didn't at the time. So for this one, we just kind of said, what was the best part of each record, and that's what put us here. That's what made us get to this point. So we'd be kind of foolish to just turn our backs on it. So we just kind of look at the best of each, and for every record we do that. But this one a little bit. Maybe a little bit more so, less outside influence and more about our previous works and what we think was our best writing and our best songs from previous records.
I think if you listen to "Dirty Work" and "Nothing Personal," there's so many kind of the songs are all over the place. There's like really really poppy songs and really really heavy songs. It's all over the place. I think we're still trying to find our sound, and I think starting with "Don't Panic," we finally kind of realize who All Time Low is, and that's why all the songs, sound like us. They're all pretty consistent. Nothing's too out there, and I think we finally found. It took a while, but we found like who we actually are.
With album artwork?
Yes, I think we saw that logo with the eye and the heart, and we just honestly kind of blew us away just because of the way Future Hearts was already the title, and once we saw that logo, it just kind of really represented what the album is. And I don't think we really wanted to, I didn't think we really wanted to do something so complicated and kind of crazy to look at. And it just looked
pleasing to the eye.
Pleasing. Yeah,
It's also
simple.
there's a bit of a throwback. There's like the birds. There's a bit of a throwback to "So Wrong It's Right." And it's kind of got this cool vibe to it. It makes. We loved it from the start, and it just fitted perfectly with what the title already was. So we just kind of rolled with it.
We fell in love with the logo. And,
Ooh, that's a great question.
that's a really good question.
There's a couple. I mean, we were really excited for the two that we've already released, but since we already did those, there's a song called "Missing You" that I think is gonna really. Since the second we heard it, it's just really struck with us and stuck with us. And I think that our fan base will really react to it well. And it's a different type of song. It's kind of acoustic based, a little folky almost.
But I got a Mumford & Sons vibe.
Yeah.
But I think it's the best song Alex ever written, to be honest.
Yeah.
He wrote it with
Jake Gosling.
He wrote it with Jake Gosling, who's the Ed Sheeran's producer. So it's kind of got like an edge. It's like if Ed Sheeran meets All Time Low, and it's like I think it's the best song he's ever done. So we're really excited about that one.
But for a live perspective, man, I don't know. There's a song called "Runaways" on the record that is like, it's almost the most all-time low song I think we've ever written.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you were to encapsulate all of our songs in one, this would be it. And I just...
Very upbeat, very...
You kind of listen to it and you can imagine the crowd loving it, so...
Yeah, "Runaways" was definitely written with the crowd in mind, knowing that the song is going to be played live because it's going to be a great live song. "Tidal Waves" is my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
The one with Mark Hoppus. It's just like it's like a rock ballad. It's slower, but I think the lyrics are really awesome, and the chorus is just kind of sticks with you.
All of them.
Yeah. I think this is the most excited we've ever been, to be honest.
That's a good question.
I don't know why it is, but I think it's because we took so much time off from touring, and we just kind of like sat at home and realized how boring life is without the band.
It's true. Usually records are just like a thought of ours in between touring. For this one, we took like 8 months and we just made it.
Which is the longest break we've ever had as a band.
Yeah.
Almost like a mini hiatus.
Yeah, and it's right to think that like, you live with these songs and you just can't wait to put them out there because we've heard these songs now for a year, some of them even 2 years. Like something's got to give. It's a year and a half, 2 years old.
Yeah, that was actually something that I gave was written probably almost
2 years ago.
before we released Don't Panic It's Longer Now.
Yeah.
So we've been sitting listening to that song for a really long time, and we came back to it and we're like, wow, this has to be on the album. But yeah, like we were saying, we took a break from touring, so we got so used to just not touring and not being in a band that as soon as we got back in the studio, we were so excited and just to get back on the road and play the songs.
Another thing that helps is that so far these two, like we've played Something's Gotta Give now for about a month, and the reaction to it has been unbelievable. Like unlike anything we've ever played that's new. And then the same is going for Kids in the Dark so far. I mean, we only played that twice now, but it's still the same thing. So that just makes us more excited, and hopefully it'll always be this way. But yeah, I think this is the most we've ever been like ramped up for a record release. Yeah, it'll be a lot. It'll be a longer set than we've probably ever played.
Yeah, to be honest though, I think it's just gonna be an all-time low show. The last time we shot a DVD was straight to DVD was probably 4 years ago, maybe even more.
December.
I think it's been so different since then that we just want to kind of capture what our live show the past couple years has been like. So I mean, I don't think it's going to be like, you're not going to see a circus on stage and all this crazy shit. It's just going to be, we just want to have like the perfect all-time low show, and I think that's what it's going to be.
Everything will just be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't want to fool anyone into thinking that just because we're making a DVD, it's going to be a different show than we normally put on.
I think it's just going to be a really special evening because it's going to be all these all-time low fans have flown in from like all over the place to be part of. I think our last DVD was like connected with so many people that they want to be part of the new one. So I think it's just going to be a really special show more than anything.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Yeah, we are too.
The fans have an incredible effect on how we write songs, what cities we play. Like, literally everything is kind of based off them. We're very fan-driven band. It's like if we were a train, our engine would be fans. You know what I mean?
I think that if you're a band this day and age and you don't use your fan base and social media to your advantage and to think of what the fans want to hear, where the fans want to see you,
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a huge disservice because it's such a direct fan-to-band format, and it's so easy to understand what they want, and you'd be an idiot not to listen. So,
I mean, when we're in a studio every single day, what would kids think of this is constantly brought up when we're writing a song.
And then when we decide which songs to play live, it's not necessarily what songs we want to play live the most. I mean, a lot of them are, but it's always just what do the fans want to hear. If you were an all-time low fan, what would you want to hear right now? So, yes, 100%, we are very fan-driven. We've always taken our music very, very seriously, and that's about it. Like the music and the way we perform live, like we really put a lot of hard work into that. We want that to be as good as it can possibly be, and we'll spend hours, days, months to make it that way. But after that, it's all just kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like we're still in a band, we still get to play music for a living.
We're not accountants.
Yeah. So when it comes to music videos, it's kind of just like, why not have fun with it and have people connect with the song in a different way? So if the
There's
lyrics,
plenty of serious videos out there. There's not enough funny ones.
And for Kids in the Dark, it just kind of made sense to have that be a high energy, just kind of not a lot of narrative to it, just really cool performance shots and just really fun. And
the thing with Kids in the Dark is wanted visually to look awesome, and I think visually it's our best video. Everything looks incredible, which is what we're. It wasn't like a big budget video that we had all this money for. We just only had 2 shots, us performing and the paint party. So I really went into like how to make those things look insane.
I think it was actually from the director, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we knew we wanted it to be like, originally we were going to do like a grungy performance and like a kind of an old club looking thing and just have fans like jumping up and down, you know. And then the director had the idea of this kind of opposite idea of having like really bright neon paint and like this UV paint to kind of go against the kids in the dark theme of the whole thing. And,
Yeah, I mean, the story is about a girl who's, obviously her parents are fighting and she just needs to get away, and she finds solace with this group of kids. So I really think that, you know, that's something that everyone, ourselves, and everyone has maybe dealt with before, so that's where we come from that. Yeah, so like, we love France. We come here at least once a year, if not twice. This is our first sold-out show in Paris. You know, we've always tried, which is awesome, and that's a big deal for us because we've been coming here so many times. So it feels good to finally have this nice payoff, and see it growing and everything. So obviously we're going to keep coming back more and see this kind of growth is a big deal. So I went on vacation in Cannes last week, and I was like, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my entire life. So I know that when I was talking to our booking agent, he's like, is there any, they're always asking, like, is there any places you want to go that you haven't been? And I was like, I just came back from Cannes, and it was unbelievable, we got to go there. So I didn't even know if there's a place to play, but he's like, I'll find a good place to go for you.
sometimes we treat shows just as a way to get to a vacation.
Yeah, we're like, we'll have a great show and we'll get to see beautiful places. So I mean, that's a win-win.
Yeah, we especially Alex, like listens to a ton of different types of music, and as do we. And I think we would absolutely say yes to writing, whether it's, you know, Katy Perry, John Mayer, anything like that. Drake. You know, if you're an artist and you can make it in your genre, whatever, if it's hip hop, pop, doesn't make a difference. I mean, good songs are good songs, regardless of what surrounds them. So yeah, I mean, if any of those artists or anyone that's, you know, that we respect as an artist or as a songwriter, 100% we would want to write with.
Yeah, I remember back when we were doing Dirty Work, I believe it was, Alex was in a writing session with this producer that he had a lot of good ideas together. Bruno Mars was in there. Before he was a big artist, he was still a young artist trying to make it. And yeah, so Bruno Mars was in the session, just like, so Alex got to like see what it's like writing with someone like that. And at the time, he didn't even know who Bruno Mars was. I don't think anyone did. But so I mean, that would be an awesome collaboration now. Seeing what Bruno has done, and
we've never been very like
one of the greatest singers of this time in this genre.
We've never been like a band that has guilty pleasures. Like if we like music, we don't care who it is or what kind of music it is. There's a reason songs are popular. There's a reason that you attach yourselves to them. So yeah, we got no qualms with any type of music.
Yeah. If the song is good, it's good. You know, I don't really care who's singing it. First big concert I ever went to, like real concert, was Blink-182 and Green Day, and it was life-changing.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it was really great.
Mine was Billy Joel and Elton John. A little different.
Also,
but my second was Blink and Newfound Glory. So yeah.
And those are the concerts that like resonate your entire life. You know, you never forget them.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks, man. It sucks to like see people you grew up with going through something like that. But I just hope that like as friends they make up, because I know that, you know, if me or Alex or me and Ryan ever got in a fight like that, I think it'd be pretty, you know, pretty insane.
It's obviously like it's rough for fans, but we have no idea what it's like for them, who have been best friends for probably 20, 25 years. So, you know, on a selfish reason it sucks because of course Tom, Mark, and Travis are Blink. But for them, like he said, we just hope that whatever happens, that they're happier now and they get through whatever they got through. But we support Blink in any way. I mean, whether, you know, I hope to see them live with Steven now, and it'll be cool.
Alex was in the. I mean, it wasn't us. It was Alex. He was in the studio with them for a couple of days. They wrote a couple songs, but they're also in the phase right now where they're writing so many songs. So I don't know if the songs are going to be on their album. Yeah, for 5 seconds, not for us. Yeah, so
Alex,
Alex.
And we're 5 Seconds fans. They're fans of us, so it's a cool little thing. We get to work with them and see a new generation of this kind of music coming up.
We can